Tonight we discuss the AFL's $1 Million Men. Are they worth it? Wembyama's block party, the second largest sporting event in the world, and football in it starts a pensioners competition.
Oh,
My bad. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode number 93 of the Storm on the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage from our sports viewing this week. What's going on, fellas?
mostly just sad that Matt isn't a capybara.
Jump over to the YouTube for the phase reveal. Exclusive. We might even get ourselves on a Rumble. Bit of a small market there. Maybe we can hit it big.
What is Rumble?
It's another video sharing platform.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's where Alex Jones lives.
Yeah, you can check out our video content on all the big streaming sites like Rumble and Vimeo, I guess.
Sure. We might pay for premium and even put ourselves on X videos. Put up a video on X.
Clever.
I think I'll spend a lot of time watching videos on X.
I do enjoy X videos from time to time, yes.
They have a surprisingly good player.
It does glitch out sometimes, though. Like, you'll switch from the For You to whatever the other feed tab is.
Yeah,
and you'll playing audio from the other one, so... Elon fixed his shit. That wasn't a problem before.
Oh, does Elon own X videos?
Yeah.
I assume so.
He's a big X guy.
Loves it. Would have made a mean pirate back in the day.
Damn it.
There wouldn't be any treasure left in the world. He would have found it all.
Doesn't sleep.
Matt, what's going on?
Not much.
Yep, sick.
Huh.
Keelan,
What's going on with you?
It feels like forever since we've last spoken.
So please recount every day between then and now.
Oh, jeez.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I don't even know when we last recorded it, but I think it was a Tuesday or something ridiculous. Maybe a Monday. Whew.
Could have been.
I think it was Monday prior to the last one.
I don't know what Zach and Dan have been doing.
Just driving along in silence. Nothing
The
but
next
road
best
noise.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot, I'll be honest. Working, watching sports, etc. The usual.
There has been some sport this week. That's a nice bottle of water you got there, Matthew.
Thank you.
Dylan, what's going on? What's been happening?
You know, bit of this, bit of that.
You had a gig last week?
Oh, yeah, we did.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it was good. Normally elsewhere as a venue doesn't sound too great, but the soundy got it sorted. Sounded pretty good. I was pretty happy.
Right then.
Hell yeah.
Difficult venue because there's a mirror immediately behind the stage, like the whole way across. So, sound just goes straight back at everyone, back into microphones and such. But
That's so
Not ideal.
odd.
And they see your ass hanging out while you're drumming in your G-string.
in my arseless chaps, yeah.
They can't usually see.
Yeah, the photos show no
Very arseless
G-string.
chaps on to keep cool.
I was so warm. You can see in the photos from the other night, I had 2 patches on my shirt, 2 small patches, you can't see. Very small patches, and they were the only dry bits.
Oh, no. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, I was wearing a very nice Uniqlo shirt, and turns out it was a lot thicker than I remember. So.
Yeah.
And then a button up over the top of that, undone.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
very toasty.
it was a vibe though, but I was wet.
Yeah, a wet vibe.
Yeah, it's never a good
bet.
sign when you're completely soaked after setting up the drum kit.
Ooh.
It's just downhill from there.
There was a chick in Brisbane just walking around the valley wearing a thong the other night. It was pretty high up.
You went to the valley.
You got any pics?
I had to, I had to go to the Valley. It's probably the better way to put it.
Mm.
But
What
it's strange
for?
because you think like, do I look? Is that what they want?
I think you're overanalyzing this.
No, I think he's right. Can't be objectifying women.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying stop thinking about it and just like be nice and look away anyway. Oh, sorry, just punched the microphone. Jed.
Just point it out.
Point it out
Nice.
to point it out to strangers and then stop looking.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, subtle, dude. But yeah, were you in Brisbane for like comedy things or what?
I was, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, can you give us like a bit of sprinkle of comedy?
A little taste of some material.
A little of what I saw.
No,
Were
I
you
was
there?
trying to segue into Matt's minute.
Yeah. Were you there doing a comic, or were you seeing a comic?
Doing a comic. I wish. No, it was pretty good actually. It's the venue was called House of Laughs at the Bloodhound Bar. Run by a guy.
Bloodhound Bar's pretty cool.
Yeah, run by a guy called Liam Daly. Put together a really good room. It was really cool. Maybe 25 people there or so. But yeah, no, it is. It is a really nice bar. It's pretty cozy. But it's nice. It's something different because it's, I don't know, every other bar is just the same. Pretty generic.
Yeah.
Every single other bar.
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them, yeah.
Well, you're a
The
big bar
tables,
expert, aren't you?
The $15 beers.
You ever been elsewhere, mate?
I haven't actually.
There you go. Not enough mirrors in your life.
What is with the mirror at the back? Like for a place
looks
that
good.
hosts so much music.
Doesn't host so much music. It's more of
it
a
doesn't?
nightclub. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then.
They play for the foot traffic market.
I
I think entry for the live music is cheaper than entry after 11. So
Yeah.
they're also doing bands a little favour, which is nice. Bit of foot traffic.
Do you get paid for your gigs?
Personally, no. The band, yes.
How good.
So we can afford to record songs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, not a cheap endeavour. Would you believe?
I was thinking about it earlier today. I'm like, man, that's pretty sick. Because I'm just like driving around doing stuff for free, which is fun, but it'd be cool to get paid.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about comedy as well. I feel though is the set time is probably a lot shorter.
That's fair. That's a very good point.
There has to be more of you on an evening of comedy as well.
Yeah.
So there's probably more free labor until you get until you're the headliner or whatever. Like openers probably just get scammed.
You get paid an exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exposure and sprinkling of accommodation costs.
It's one of those things that you probably just have to
Airbnb.
email all the right people as well. You know, get on the set list somewhere.
Music is pretty special too. Like, music does something to people.
I mean, so does comedy. They're both. It's just art, isn't it?
But for example, listening to Salty Season can lift your mood.
What do you mean? Can
turn a bad day into a great day.
Will lift your mood.
Weekend, pretty cool song.
Yeah,
Pretty
fires you
great
up.
way to start your weekend.
Got your body moving.
Clock off work, pump that straight away.
Yeah.
Get it in your fucking
First song
veins, dude.
in the listening holes for the weekend.
And then
Crack a
comedy's just always like some guy, like, I threw up on myself yesterday. It's like, oh, yuck. But it's fun.
I mean, there is like the punk crowd with, like the 30, 35 second songs that are just like aggressive and about, I don't know, childhood trauma or something. And it's like
Stomping on the tambourine.
Yeah.
Well, when you said that, all I could think of was I think it's in the Mighty Boosh where they start a punk band and they're like, I did a shit on your mum, I did a shit on your mum, did a shit on your mum, and she rather liked it. And then they say it about the dad and then about the dog. I was like, fucking hell. That's horrific.
Blink
Well,
182 did that.
I missed the whole
Legit.
joke because I dropped out for a sec there.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but,
unfortunate.
And then
It's
I
not
just
one you
ruined
really
whatever
wanna
you were leading into.
No, not at all.
Yeah, can you hit it again?
No, we're just going to watch Mighty Bush.
Oh,
It's one of the
change
episodes, so former punk band. You figure it out.
Yeah, okay. I just saw an episode of the Big Fat Quiz or something with old mate from the Boosh in it.
Which one, the more successful or the less successful one? Noel Fielding or Julian
It was
Barrett?
Noel. It was Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course
it was He was paired up with Russell Brand too, and they just didn't answer
I've seen
questions.
that one.
They just just hung out.
Yeah.
that'd be so good.
Yeah. But
It
yeah,
must, it must be so tough for, like, you know, when Justin Timberlake left NSYNC, you know, how would that conversation go?
I think we'll just be better, performing to other people.
They had to know. They had to be like, no.
Wait.
no. You're the best I ever had.
I promise I'll do better.
Because it'd be so rough running into those guys. Like, what have you been up to? You know, playing book clubs.
Yeah, but like it'd go the other way too, because they'd see Justin after he was in time and be like, so that film, huh?
Oh,
I remember the trailer for that looking so cool, and I was pretty
trailer was
excited to go
sick.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even remember how it ends. I think he like kills some
neither.
kid. He
I
takes his
assume
time.
I haven't seen it, but I assume he runs out of time.
Nah, yeah, maybe.
I
You
think
think
so. I'm pretty certain. I remember it just being such a cool concept. And I feel
It is a
like
cool
you have
concept, yeah.
such opportunity there, but I guess not.
I think the movie had like a bit of a cringy message where it was sort of like that there's like this elite 1% of people in the movie that have more time than they'd ever need. So it's like, you know, one guy's got like enough time to live like 2,000 years. But it's kind of like, I don't really get what they're saying because, you know, it's not like that happens in real life. You know, it's not like people have more money than they would ever need. You know what I mean? So I don't really get it.
It's like, is it even allegory at that point or whatever? Because it's just like it's so
It's a slap
blatant
in the
as to what
face.
what
Yeah.
you're saying. It's not even metaphor. It's just like you've changed money for time. Like
So you're gonna come here and waste 2 hours or distract yourself for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Always slap you across the face with the reality of what awaits you once you leave this little distraction.
it's like when someone equates your hourly rate to something you like to do
That
almost.
hurts.
Like
Yeah.
the other day,
I do that to myself.
oh, it's horrible. It's the worst. Sticks was
I'm
like,
worth
oh yeah,
one Domino's pizza. Cool.
Sticks was like, I get paid one palmy at the lodge an hour or whatever, and I was like, oh.
Is it expensive there though?
It's
Could be a
expensive and
$35 palmy.
Yeah, sorry, I should have given context. We were talking about it because the palmies are like
Oh,
they're
Not bad.
huge, but like yeah, it's still like I just spent an hour of my job for that.
Hurts. It
Like
hurts.
you buy a drink and you're like, well, fuck, an hour and a half, Jesus.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's
how I
pre-tax
used to-
too.
That's how I used to feel working your first job when you you know, you're like maybe a pizza boy or a paper boy when you're 15, 16 and you make like $8 an hour.
When did you grow up? Still paper boys. How old are you?
I was a paper boy for a moment. Thank you very much, Chief.
It's a perfectly credible first job.
That is
Yeah, in the
no,
1950s.
It legitimately is. If Matt had said, you know, I was a milkman, then he'd be showing his age. But no.
Wait, anyway, no, yeah, you make.
Wait, what
you make
happened to
like,
your shoulder? Are
What do you
Are you
mean?
an amputee now? Oh, there it is.
He was just leaning back.
I've got a very tiny screen. Yeah, I see.
He was
Yeah.
Fat Joe in it. Lean back. Lean back.
Damn, there's another reference I missed. I can't even blame the internet on that one either.
Yeah, but I guess like the whole thing was, I don't know. I don't even earning like at the time in your life where you were earning $8. If you lived in Australia, you were probably like 14 or 15, so you're living at home. School was pretty easy still. Life was pretty good.
I think my first job I got paid $10.50 is in my head an hour.
La-dee-da.
Fucking talk about started from the top, dude.
I didn't even earn enough to get taxed. Like it was below whatever the weekly threshold is for the for the automatic tax to
Yeah,
kick
true.
Fuck.
in. Yeah,
I think that's the whole point, though. You don't want to
yeah.
tax the kids while they're young.
What was
Ooh.
the
Makes
first
them not
thing?
want to
Don't give
work.
me any ideas.
What was the first thing you ever bought with your first amount of money that you earned?
I can't remember it specifically, but it was probably like an Xbox game, I would
Yeah.
say.
I got a Turtle Beach headset. I was so excited.
Do you still have that headset?
I had it for a good while. I threw it out when we moved, actually, so only recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quality
It had
product.
so many cables, like 10.
Wow, dude.
I remember
Is that
getting
a
a Turtle
feature?
Beach and you had to like bootleg the adapter on the back of the Xbox. You had to like crack it open so you could get like
Yeah,
the
that's
cables
right.
into the TV as well as the cables into the headphones to connect
Yeah.
them. You had to basically void your warranty on your Xbox to hook up the headset.
100. And that was how you actually had to do it. Like, it didn't look right because you're plying your Xbox open with a screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
You're both quite like really showing your age. I can't relate at all in any way.
Oh, it's so weird how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was the game, I guess, when maybe we were 12, and then they remade it. So you can like bond over the same game with kids that are in their 20s. It's really weird.
Mm.
They're like, yeah, I love
What-
Modern Warfare 2, and you think, what the? But you look like 18. And they're
We're
like,
in
I
our
am
20s.
18. Oh, no, you know what I mean.
You're telling on yourself here, Matt.
Like 21.
Self-report. Damn, must be crazy being 40. Anyway, you got a funny minute or not?
How'd your set go the other day?
I think it went alright. People were laughing.
Okay, material, go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No pressure though, dude. It's all good. Just have fun with it.
Welcome to the stage, Matthew Jurassic.
How's it go? Holy shit.
I didn't mean to hit that one.
Biggest reception he's ever got in his life.
My mouse also died halfway through that. So
That's like people at that's like when you make it to the top, like you're I don't know, Dave Chappelle, and he just walks out and some guy's slapping his knee. It's like he hasn't said anything.
Woo!
He hasn't done nothing yet. No, I guess the other day I was thinking, when you go to the shops or something, you're driving around. I always thought, how come you see so many hot chicks and they're with all these guys that are pretty ugly? There's always these hot chicks with just ugly guys. I thought about it. I think it's because I'm not gay. I think it's that simple.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm not bullying you. I promise.
Pretty straightforward answer. And anyway, Valentine's Day, tough time to find love. I think. I don't think people even want to find love on these dating apps. People just want validation. Some people are collecting people, like some type of narcissistic Pokemon type of thing. Look how many people I've got. A lot of people sleep around. It's like, I've slept with 167 people. That makes me cool, right? No, not really. It's kind of disgusting. I think most people probably sleep with like 4 people in their whole lifetime, right? It's probably, unless you're some kind of deviant. Look, like, what I'm trying to say is, if 150 people were in a line and they're all taking a sip out of a bottle of chocolate milk, and then you get to your number 100, you drinking? I went about exactly how I thought it would go.
Oh man,
I don't know how I made that face, but it summed it up so perfectly.
just picturing 150 people sipping from like a 2 liter of chalky milk is just horrific.
It's disgusting, hey. I reckon it's curdled and warm by the time you get to the end of 150
Has
people.
to be. The rim's deformed. It's got milk leaking out everywhere.
Oh, don't say that.
All down the side.
Oh, fuck off.
A few smaller bottles of milk around it.
Now write that down. That was a good one. Welcome to your focus group.
Oh, God.
It needs work. I know it needs work.
That's perfect. I mean, we keep spitballing it here. We'll throw it up on the whiteboard and see what we can get out of it.
Oh man.
Oh God.
I got bad news. I can't find a cable for my mouse, so I'm gonna feed the dogs and get a cable at the same time.
Okay.
So I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves and whatnot. I can't mute either. Actually, no, I can. Hold on.
Okay.
No, that is a nice shirt.
Thank you.
It looks very breathable.
It is very breathable. I'm very warm right now. I wish summer would just disappear. That would be great. That's why I picked this one to wear.
Do you miss summer when it leaves, and then like you want winter, but then when winter comes, you're sort of like, be nice to have that warm day again.
Good question. My God. He looked like, middle-aged neighbour staring out the window because he walked across his grass.
Those guys are the worst.
Someone's turned around in his driveway. Yeah, you go.
Like on that, I think if you're some weirdo that loves your grass and you take care of it, and some other grown adult sort of deliberately walks across your grass, which, it should be apparent. It's pretty obvious to people that love their lawn. Yeah, fair enough. But
if you're an adult, walk on the path or walk on the road. Grow up.
Yeah. But the people that give the stink eye to clearly like children, just having fun, it's like, what are you doing, man?
It's like 5 8-year-olds walking home from school together safely or something like that.
How bitter can you be?
Yeah, exactly.
How bad is your life?
Exactly. I don't know. I do like the stuff that comes with warmer months, like going to the beach and swimming and stuff like that. Like, I enjoy those activities, fishing. But I don't hate the cold. Like, I don't mind it because it's easier to get warm than it is to cool down, for sure.
Facts.
I run hot as a human, so I kind of prefer the cooler weather. But my optimal time of year is probably spring.
Oh,
like mid-spring, where it's like not chilly anymore. Reasonable temperature, but it's not super humid.
Yeah. I run pretty hot as well. My feet are sweating right now.
Oh my God.
Like a hobbit says. It's weird having like big hairy feet. Like what do you do with that? Like I wish I had the hair on my chest. That's somewhat cool. Not too much. Like not like a Lebanese guy, but like
I'm not carpeted up, but there's enough there. I am lucky to not really have hairy feet. Like my leg hair stops at my ankles, basically, other than a few sprigs here and there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like what I've walked into, to be honest.
My feet would look horrific if they were hairy because they're so flat. It would just be a nightmare.
Actual hobbit feet.
Yeah. It would just... People would run screaming at the side of me.
Actually...
Wet and Wild hates him for this one simple trick.
I've always been, struggle to stand up for myself. Probably the best way to put it. But in high school, I remember this kid, all my toes, like, they're all bent. They all bend weird ways. And it's like,
Fact.
I don't think
I can confirm that.
I ever broke them or anything, but it's just how they are. But anyway, this one kid, when we're putting our socks on for rugby, he's like, "Oh, dude, your toes are all weird." And it's like, that's fine, Someone can point that out. But this kid had like a Jimmy Neutron cranium. And it's sort of like,
At least I can wear shoes. he's walking around like Homer walking into the Cookie Mart with the camera in the cowboy hat.
he's shirtless at all times.
I never played rugby.
If anyone would like to sponsor us, we've got billboard space on Keelan's forehead that he can advertise on.
No, like for all the jokes, all the jokes aside, this kid had a cranium. Like it was.
Yeah, you have a cranium too, Chief.
If I'm aware, if I can guess, I think I've got a pretty good idea who you're talking about. It was Jimmy Neutron was very much a very good descriptor.
Yeah. Had a presidential name, if you will.
He had a real big head. It was a proper big head.
He I don't know. I was so taken aback. I remember like being just stunned because it's like he never read the Glass House story, I'm guessing.
Is that the Knives Out 2?
I don't know. Is it any good?
Glass Onion? No, I just like old mate doing the accent. I'll watch I'll watch Daniel Craig do the Southern accent for the rest of my life.
He's very good in those movies.
He's fun.
I saw they want to bring him back for Bond.
That'd be silly.
Yeah, because he died. Unless they do some sort of like Ant-Man universe type of thing. That's all the craze right now.
Yeah, they multiverse Bond.
Oh,
fuck.
Not Pierce Brosnan.
They wheel out Pierce Brosnan's fat ass.
That'd be kind of cool though, because you could do
so fat and old.
You could do like Doctor Who level multiverse where you just like you get them all to turn up in a special.
You'd have the most unathletic James Bonds ever. Struggle to walk in.
They'd have to do the Liam Neeson supercut, like 73 shots of him climbing a fence.
Yeah, but you could also just like give them like a year to get fit.
True.
Like, it's not hard. They'll just do some steroids and then eat fucking chicken and rice or whatever. Like it's their job.
I guess so. You'd be missing Matt's favourite Bond though, Sean Connery, unless they CGI him in.
He was good at Bond.
Matt really likes his stance on women.
All right, so we're going to Butcher of the Week before you...
all right, this week's unofficially sponsored Super Butcher of the Week. Nominations, boys.
I've got a basketball one.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Obi-Wan Toppin.
Sure.
Obi Toppin. He had a pretty clean fast break to the rim. And instead of, I don't know, laying it up or dunking it like a normal human being, he jumped, put it through his legs, and then yammed it straight into the rim. Yeah.
That's tough.
Shacked in a fool.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you're gonna do that shit, like at least jump high, dude. Like, fuck.
Yeah, tough look.
Not a short dude, mind you, either. So
pretty good jumper from memory as well. Yeah, not ideal for him.
I feel like that's a very pure shit list thing. So that's probably the most pure and like least in-depth thing I've ever nominated. Dude missing a dunk.
Fair enough.
that's pretty bad. Like, if he put it through his legs, that's pretty bad, though.
Yeah, just the one leg.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a left to right situation. But
because once you start that attempt, that's the middle finger to everyone. The entire fan base.
he had a defender trailing behind him too. So
Oh, Oh,
It's
tough.
like, yeah, he's just completely butchered that. It's like if he stuck his index finger up instead of his middle one at them. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what was that?
You're out.
All right, my nomination is the Las Vegas bookies, who allegedly set the line and/or odds in America for having a Mr. Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City Chiefs as the underdog in the Super Bowl. Spoilers, don't skip ahead. Yeah, tough look by Vegas.
Supposedly the it's related, but supposedly the line or no, it was total points for the other total rushing yards for the other QB was set at like 12 and a half yards or something, and he had like 13, and then he knelt and lost a yard,
Yeah,
and that's where he ended for the rest of the game.
horrendous beat.
You'd fucking hate to see that.
Yeah.
You'd really hope your multi just ticks the thing and fucking moves on at that point
Yeah,
and doesn't reverse it.
Exactly. Also, with that game, I guess, spoilers, finishing 25-22 or whatever it was, the total points were on some bookies 46.5 or right on 47 as well. So
Tough.
people got like pushes on that and money back, which is kind of wild.
Wait, did I just do the math wrong? Oh, yeah, no, I did. Don't mind me.
Matt, any butcher this week?
Nah, I've got none.
I think that makes you a bit of a butcher, Chief.
Dropped all the steak.
In a vegan household, you'd be getting some looks, that's for sure. Fucking hell. All right. Let's go to the big dogs.
Would your family have to move?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but there'd be blood in the foundations now, so it's not a vegan house. Like seeps into the mortar.
Yeah.
The grout actually wouldn't it be because it's tiles. Yeah, the grout, I suppose. Yeah. Builder.
All right. Any movements?
Yeah, so we've never had them on the show before, but welcome Almeria. I don't know. Almeria sounds more Spanish. They are a team in Spain. Yeah, would you believe? And they have had the most winless start to a La Liga season ever.
Elaborate.
They haven't won a game in approximately 25 matches or something. They've drawn
shit.
a couple. I think they're sitting on 7 points, but not great, is it?
And they're
Not
a La
great.
Liga team.
Look, I'd be willing to bet they were promoted the start of this season, given that I've never really heard of them before in my entire life.
They are a La
tough.
Liga team, yes.
Oh, jeez. Is that worse than the Suns? First year?
Ooh.
Surely the Suns got a win.
I don't know if they did. I feel like they're getting spanked by like 100 points every week.
Winless in their first 24 was the stat I've saved. They've probably played since then.
Far out.
Oh, actually, maybe not. That was only 2 days ago. Yeah, they have 7 points. They've drawn 7 games.
0-7 and 17 losses.
Man, that...
That's a tough look. They'll be going down to La Liga Dos, I guess.
Yeah.
See,
Morale's got to be low. Around the...
it can't be high.
Can't be great. Really can't be good.
It's like Soviet-era Russia. There's no food. Not a lot to look forward to.
What do you mean?
What do you
Nothing
mean?
was wrong. Nothing was wrong behind the Iron Curtain. The activity of the week was lining up for your loaf of bread. That's a pastime. People enjoy it. I think Almeria actually has a bit of a Gold Coast Suns problem in the way that they're a coastal town too. So the lifestyle's too good.
Lifestyle's way too good. We've definitely covered this.
People are calling them the Mediterranean Suns.
Right.
I take it all back. They're not on the Mediterranean. They're on the Turns out that whole little bit of ocean between Gibraltar and like Italy and Cyprus and such isn't all the Mediterranean.
Oh,
What is it?
Well, right in front of Almeria is the Alboran Sea. Maybe they're playing Alboring football.
got him.
I mean, most likely not getting any wins.
Yeah, realistically. Oh, well. What else we got?
I have put down San Francisco 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan. He now has 3 double-digit leads blown in Super Bowls. 25-point lead as the Falcons offensive coordinator in 2016 versus Patriots. They led 28-3, infamous game. The Patriots were paying $51 at halftime to win that one. That one's etched into the inside of my skull as should have live bet. Then he blew a 10-point lead as 49ers head coach against the Chiefs 4 years ago, and blew another 10-point lead just this past week against the Chiefs again.
I didn't realize it was basically a mirror image of the last time they met. That's wild.
Yeah.
Tough look.
Tough look. One of the better coaches in the NFL doesn't have a lot to show for it, unfortunately.
Well, look. So he's only offensive coach for the Patriots thing.
He was, but
it's not his fault. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Really, all he needed to get was a field goal at the end of that game, and they probably would have won.
Yeah.
But all the defense could have just not let in 25 points.
True.
Math lines up.
But yeah, not a great showing in his 3rd Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think that's their 3rd appearance in a row. I think I heard.
The Chiefs.
The Niners.
It wouldn't be because the Eagles played the Chiefs last year.
Maybe it's like 3 postseasons in a row.
The real news. Nothing but the facts here. Storm the beach.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, though. But, yeah, I don't know.
At another point, he's been to the Super Bowl a handful of times, so you also got to be like, credit where it's due.
Yep.
That's
what I think. Shit, though.
That's what I think did Monty Williams in, like, when he got spanked by, like, 90 points at halftime. It's like, is he the best coach of all time? Because, like, 90... man. I still, like... I remember having a nap or something and, like, waking up. Or maybe I had, like, a night shift the night before. I was excited to watch, most of the postseason. I wake up and it's halftime. It's Mavs 110-30, and you're like, oh my god, like someone's made a meme or something. Like, well, I don't get the joke. Checked everything, and it was real. It was the real score. Like, I still don't believe it.
The most on-brand part of that is you had a nap.
AFL news? Or do we need to decide a entry? Or are they both going on the list?
Oh, no, yeah, we have to decide one. No, you're right. Good thing I accidentally cut that snippet of the siren short.
Yep.
I think Almeria is pretty average.
Yeah. The 3 Super Bowls is only 3 games, right? But it's also over the course of a lot of years.
It's also it's the final, right? In theory, it should be the 2 best teams, so it's always going to be tough.
You're right. Put down Kyle, K-Dog, K-Diddy. Yeah, chuck him in there because you're meant to be good, and then you're winning, so you're also meant to be good, and you end up being shit. That's prime shit list. Yep.
Fair enough. That's tough though, but
yeah,
I can get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Almeria were 2nd division last year, so
yeah, losing every game is
not losing every game. They've drawn 7. Don't discount them too hard.
No, it's. I mean,
They only lost by a goal against Real Madrid. They lost 3-2 to Real.
a loss is a loss.
Yeah, I mean, same amount of points if you lose 5-0 or
Yeah.
lose 5-4, but
Yeah. Was it facing Real Madrid who had played like 3 games in 5 days or something silly like that with Champions
'cause they're
League
actually
and all
in
that sort of
competitions.
stuff? Yeah. It was like playing Real Madrid's under 16s.
I think Jude might have been out. He might have been injured at that point. So, season to season. Oh, it's the Copa del Rey. I don't care about the Copa del Rey. Oh, they were in first division last year
Oh.
as well.
Oh.
They finished 17th though.
Out of 20?
Yep. Yeah. So they literally just scraped in last year, the year they got promoted. And this year they are still bad, but worse. They need 13 points to get out of the relegation zone, so that's not fucking happening, is it? But yeah, Kyle still takes the cake for me.
Cool. I've added him to the list. All right, now.
That's when my nose only gets itchy when we start recording the podcast.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
AFL news. So it's been reported that 19 AFL players earned more than $1 million last season, which is obviously the most ever, up from 12 players the year before. The average player salary is up to $441,000 from $406,000. Now, the contracts of players are sort of known, but you don't have like an exact figure. It's not like the NBA or the NFL or whatever, where you know exactly. But 8 players earned more than 1.2 million because you sort of hear the reports of, say, like a Dusty Martin signs on for X amount of time for this amount, and you can work it out, sort of thing. But it's not actually known, the specific figures around the league. Now, I've got an article open here with the names.
That's what I was looking for. I had that too, and I was going to say we should totally do like hit or miss.
Whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
I was going to get you guys to guess, but I feel like that's better.
Oh no, you can guess who's on the list.
Yeah.
I've already seen it, so I'm fake news. Not fake news. I'm cheating. I'd be cheating. So.
Well, then we can just do hit or miss.
Yeah. Okay.
If you'd like.
You okay?
This keyboard's covered up by my microphone stand, and the link's not working. There you go.
Do you want it? I can put it in the chat.
That's fine.
I've got the AFL.com.au article
Oh, yeah,
right
that'll
now. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Are we opening?
We'd edit it out, but I honestly can't be bothered using Riverside's super slow editor to cut just that out. Sorry about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do we open this link?
Yep.
Depends what link you're talking about.
Just open the one key I'm putting. Dustin Martin. Probably a hit.
I think
Although he didn't play much last season.
he didn't play much last season, but I think bit of an impact guy though, isn't he?
Probably worth it.
Yeah. Keep him happy.
Best of
what he does this year.
availability, but you know, you'd pay him that money.
I feel like it's a longer contract too that he's on, right? Surely.
I think he's a draw player too. Like people will come to see him play.
Bums on seats sort of guy.
Yeah, no, that's probably accurate.
Yeah. Even a guy I used to work with who is a big rugby league fan from Sydney was like, I'd like to go if Richmond play on the Gold Coast just to watch Dusty Martin play because I love him.
Is he the Tom Brady of the AFL then? I hate that sentence, but
He looks like an NRL player. It's the familiarity.
yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah,
Fair
you saying he
enough.
looks like a Gronk?
I mean, yeah.
I didn't say it.
Entering into the final year of his 7-year contract this season.
Yeah, I mean it's probably worth it.
And then he's coming to the
Been around
Gold
for some
Coast.
good years.
Yeah. They had a pretty good run.
Yeah, facts. Whereas Nat Fife, I think, is big miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
He
being
doesn't have
very
the
available.
availability. or the
hasn't produced as well. Yeah,
absolutely not.
tough look. Jeremy McGovern, that's an interesting one for West Coast. Also not very available.
I don't think anyone at West Coast should be getting paid $1 million.
I don't think anyone of them should be getting, 400,000 based on the way last season went.
That's so much money.
That's a house in Perth, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought AFL players were still out there getting like a chalky milk and $5 a game kind of thing.
It's not fucking under 14s. They've graduated to full tackle, so they got to give them something.
All right, draftees. I'm just having a quick look. See if I can find it real quick.
Getting distracted?
Thanks, Harold Son, for nothing.
I like just sitting here watching Matt look around his screen. Like, what are you doing? You just like doing some eye tracker bullshit? Like,
I was dragging my browser. I need to be in person so I don't have distractions.
So it depends on where you're selected in the draft, but Nick Dacos, for example, pick 4, would have got base payment of 145,000 plus additional bonuses for games played. Top 10 pick, played more than 18 games in his second season, gets $60,000 added to the base. 50,000 if you win a Brownlow, best and fairest, or All Australian in your second season, blah blah blah. $5,000 in match payments as well per match. So add that on.
yeah, okay.
So anyone
That's pretty good.
Anyone
given their
performing
age.
exceptionally well in their second season earns a base wage between $320,000 and $400,000 in their third season.
We can assume that Nick Dacos is probably on the big cookies.
Yeah.
He'll be $1 million man in no time.
Yeah. So picks 1 to 20, 105,000, 20 to 40, 21 to 40, 95,000, 41, 90,000, and rookies, like rookie listed rookies, are 85,000 a year. That's from
Dude, I have to be
2021.
the 40th best footballer that year and make 90 grand. Like, I don't even have to play any games and I get 90k.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that hard. We should give it a crack.
There's only, probably millions of people that play the sport.
AFL's small.
All right, the list.
Yep. Tom Lynch.
Probably worth it.
Probably worth it, but I think he's probably fucking a bit early to be on the $1 million, isn't he?
Yeah, I suppose. Also unavailable for a lot of last season. Interesting trend going on here. There's a bunch of players fleecing the league.
I mean, it's tough though, because like obviously, in retrospect, like he didn't earn $1 million last year. Like he shouldn't have.
No.
He has no right to get paid $1 million for last season.
Yeah.
But going into last season, you're like, I'd pay him that.
Yeah. Brody Grundy slogging it out in the VFL for Casey Demons.
That is the biggest miss of all time.
Whilst probably getting money from Collingwood still.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
He's getting paid by half the league.
Yeah. Bontempelli, worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Bont, huge ups.
Always available.
And is an absolute steam train, dude.
Yep.
So, not worth it for sure.
Toby Green.
Yeah.
Should have match fee reduced because he's a flog, but probably worth it.
Yeah, fact.
Flog tax.
Gives half of it back in fines for bumping into umpires, but worth it probably.
I think that probably it doesn't count as a charitable donation, does it? It's probably like a tax benefit to give it back in fine.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Yeah, can I salary sacrifice that fine from last weekend?
Cornelio.
His income on paper was actually only $50,000 last year.
Cornelio, possibly. I feel like he got a pretty good deal and has declined a little bit.
Yeah, but he's up since the bubble season.
True. Yeah.
It was shocking then.
Yeah. True.
It's wild to me that he's on similar money to Toby Green, just given raw impact numbers. But
Yeah, when you put it
he
like
is less
that,
flashy though, isn't he?
Yeah.
But like if you pick 3 players at GWS and they're 2 of them.
Yeah, and Josh Kelly's also on this list from GWS, so that's, half of their salary cap gone on 3 players.
Whoops.
Or 3 very good players, though. So,
Yeah, not bad.
Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Probably worth every penny.
Yeah, facts.
Petrarca, probably worth it.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I'd say definitely worth it.
Yeah. Patrick Cripps, Robin Carlton needs to hand some of that money to Sam Walsh, who's the best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, don't skip ahead, but he's not on this list.
Yeah, he's not on this list. Tim Kelly, West Coast.
No, I stand by the West Coast statement. No one at West Coast should be getting paid
Blanket
that
statement
much money.
for everyone there.
No, like dead set, no. But like, I suppose if someone was going to, like,
if there's anyone, it's he was basically the whole team last season. Let's be real.
Yeah, maybe he should have got paid like $800K.
Yeah, he should have been garnishing some wages from people, but also probably not over the $1 million.
No, absolutely not. They need to spread the love around on all the 14-year-olds they had to hire from the VFL.
Yeah,
and probably underpaid.
I mean, even Gary Ablett Jr., the GOAT, couldn't lift Gold Coast to win. So there's only so much one man can do.
Yeah, facts.
With on the back of 40 plus disposals and 2 goals a game. He had, a quarter of the team's disposals and half of their goals every week.
that's insane.
No, but you forget they did pair him up with such talent as Carmichael Hunt.
Yeah.
Tough times at the... I was going to say the bank, but no, tough times at the con in those days.
Clayton Oliver, also not available.
Yeah.
Handy but annoying.
In retrospect, I'd say not worth it given all the drama and bullshit. But like,
really?
I don't know.
He's very unlikable.
He's just been in my face a lot about like tattoos or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, tattoos suck. Imagine having a tattoo.
No, but like it getting infected and then that wasn't true or it is true and I just can't keep track of it and I just want footy players to like, any impact they have on me needs to be positive. So like, for example, Christian Petrarca, good to watch on the football field, has a cooking Instagram. Like that's only positive impact on me, right?
Sure.
Whereas Clayton Oliver, nothing but like gossip columns and being unavailable near the end of the season or whatever. So,
yeah, I would cast some of the blame on Big J Sports journalists though, with the Clayton Oliver stuff as well.
That's
obviously he's a bit of a nutcase at times, but everyone just trying to get a scoop or making up whatever out of fat air.
Yeah,
just probably not helping the situation.
Yeah, we're not going to do that here, being little tiny sports journalists. We just say the actual facts.
Exactly. Nothing but facts on this podcast.
Well, there is opinions as well, but they're generally
all of the time.
They're generally funny, and we don't blur the lines as to where one starts and one ends, unlike actual journalism, which is all both at the same time somehow. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they admit it's an opinion article in the very smallest writing up above where the article headline is.
Yeah. Tasteful, innit?
Lockie Neal.
Worth
it. Brownlow medalist. Worth it. Darcy Moore.
You have to say yes to Darcy Moore, I think.
Probably worth it. Seems like a decent human being as well, so that adds to the
helps.
deserves a meter.
Yeah. And he's young though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like 14. Man, he's going to be on so much money. Surely he's just going to keep getting more and more money, right? That's how it works.
I think so.
Inflation. Yeah. The bastards our age.
Tough look for us, boys.
Look, well, he's not on a popular, undiscovered. He's not on an undiscovered weekly sporting podcast.
Yeah. Buy low.
Underappreciated.
Yeah.
There you go. Under-recognised.
See, mine had a lot less opinion backing it. Yours comes in as being a little bit salty. Both of yours. Underappreciated. Fucking back in my day. And Josh Kelly, who you mentioned previously. Yeah, probably worth it.
Pretty good. Now, that's obviously just guesstimating, but some other names here, Gold Coast veteran and games record holder David Swallow, apparently has a back-ended deal where he gets paid pretty handsomely.
I'm okay with that.
Personally, I'm okay with it as well, just because of what he's given to the club. He performs every now and again. Usually starts on the bench. Bit of an impact player. He's obviously not a superstar,
last season.
He's stuck it out.
Mm-hmm.
He's earned this money the hard way. He's not pulled a Tom Lynch and gone to a premiership contender and demanded the big bucks. He's stuck it out with the Suns since day one.
I'm very okay rewarding the loyalty.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we probably should go back to Tim Kelly and say he probably deserves $1 million then, shouldn't we?
Yeah, maybe. Another West Coast player, Andrew Gaff, also has a back-ended deal. He's been around for a while, and he was very good at times too. So I'd say that's fine.
Oh, Tim Kelly's not that old.
No,
okay. I thought he was a little bit older. But yes. Well, do we just all have the exact same opinion on all these players?
Most likely.
Pretty much.
Most definitely.
Storm the beach on our hot takes, boys. Good name for a podcast.
Uh-huh. The cave exists.
Oh, Harry's singing's getting louder downstairs. I'm worried we get a copyright strike if it gets picked up.
In other news, Ben King's reportedly poised to sign a 2-year extension to stay at the Gold Coast Suns, which is great news. Might be big money though. So
back to the program.
Guess we'll see.
Happy with that.
But definitely happy if he stays on. That would be great.
Well, given the club's aggressive stance to we must make finals this year, management is manifesting.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I believe the statement was finals this year, flag in 3.
Yes.
Or
for
something wild.
For both the men's and women's teams.
Women's news. Women's comp starts in finals bye week now, which I think will be a great way to get more people to start watching it too, because everyone's still in the I've got to watch footy this weekend thing.
Yep. Yeah. That'll be pretty good actually.
Yeah.
But shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll hit the stars or whatever.
Not sure if that's accurate, given that the moon's like the closest celestial body to us. So,
I guess eventually you might get sucked into the sun, right?
I think given your mass, you probably wouldn't leave the Earth's gravitational thing if you miss the moon. Like, you're probably just hanging out.
Hanging out just right next to the moon, but never on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I see.
In limbo. Like that movie with George Clooney. Is it Sandra Bullock, where they just kind of float through space?
Gravity.
It was right there. It was right there in front of me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Film guy.
It's a shit movie, dude, to be fair.
But I can't wait for Max King to leave St Kilda and come join the Gold Coast Suns. And I just laugh in the face of all the big VFL pundits who were like, oh, I can't wait a couple of years' time when Ben King leaves the Gold Coast and comes and joins his brother.
I'd be very okay with that.
Yeah.
And then they can do the they can do the Mackay thing where they can we'll just move one of them to defense.
Yeah.
And then they can like switch numbers randomly and no one will know.
All right. Keelan, bad news on the Hawks front.
Sorry, I had to screenshot Matt's current expression.
What would you describe that as? I couldn't put a I couldn't put a thought on what he was thinking about in that moment just then.
Big incel energy.
Oh man, that's so tough.
It's tough because you've got that forehead vein that makes you look like you're straining.
I do.
And so, well, in that light you just did, maybe it's just the light. I mean, your compression's not good enough for me to be able to. It's not lossless enough. But like, yeah, you look like you were just like, it's just like I can't do the same face. But yeah, you look like you were.
He looks
tense.
like the meme. Yeah,
Yeah, the guy with the gamer aggression. That
That's
meme.
so good.
Yeah.
Imagine
but yes,
having gamer aggression.
yeah. Imagine.
I'm past that period of my life. Actually, it's all good.
I don't have time for games anymore.
Yeah, the only games I play now are on the tabletop, and it's a bit fucking weird in the Warhammer shop if you flip the table over. So
You bend everyone's plastic miniatures.
Zach would be
Oh.
fucking furious.
I think you'd see grown men cry, and it would be uncomfortable.
I think it's like a delayed cry kind of thing. Once you realize how many hours and how many dollars you put into those miniatures, then you're like,
For sure. I feel like it'd be
Some guy
a
just
pretty uncomfortable.
crumpled.
Yeah. Just emotionally destroyed.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be an uncomfortable environment as it is without destroying someone's miniatures.
the Warhammer shop is a
why would
very
you say that?
loving environment. What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How's it smell?
Fine.
It depends on how full it is.
It smells the way that men should naturally smell.
Don't go there when they've got a competition day. That's all I'll say.
I mean, they're trying hard. They're all sweaty.
Wild. That's wild.
Rolling dice is tough. Almost as tough as Hawthorn's injury woes. So the headline the other day was Hawthorn's intra-club hit out, something. All the boys showing great promise in, excellent full contact, yada, 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 yada. And they kind of just kept doing that, I guess, because today I saw 2 injuries roll in from the same game.
Yep.
CJ now has a hamstring worry, which I like CJ a lot. So that annoys me greatly because he's fucking rapid off halfback. And I think there was chat of him moving to half forward or something too. So, no, the wing, sorry. Chat of him moving onto the wing given his pace. That could have been really interesting. But he'll miss
A
don't
period
know
of
actually
time.
because it was just going for a scan when I saved it.
Yeah.
So, and then big defender Blank has ruptured his ACL in the same game. So he probably won't be back this year.
Definitely not
I
going to
would
be back
expect.
this year.
So not great.
Yeah, stranger things have happened, but yeah, I don't think he's coming back this season. Very, very unfortunate.
Although Hawthorn did win the grand final in 2014, did go into that season with some problems, allegedly, judging by the comments on these. So,
What, from the Hawks fans?
yeah. And there's other comments like, I think we might be bad again this season.
That's just a little ACL rupture. It's still good. It's still good.
Dude.
Oh, well. And Dylan Moore, I got this news.
Tell me more.
I'm in a Inside Hawks chat. The chat is called Tallest Goodens, bracket fitter too, because one of my cousins has a different last name. And Jacob the Goodsy comes in with Dylan Moore's been kissing too many girls. He's got glandular fever.
Struck down.
So, yeah. Supposedly he was in the US or something. I have not verified any of these facts, by the way. I know that he definitely has glandular fever, but supposedly he was in the US or whatever.
Macking
just
on.
telling everyone he's, in the AFL.
Huge star. And they were like, what?
Yeah.
The NFL? Sweet. You probably make millions a year.
Oh, you must be a kicker.
Yeah. Oh, you're a punter in the NFL. Sick.
Oh. Someone's got to do it.
Hey, world needs
They
ditch
get
diggers
paid
too.
so much money.
Yeah, true.
Just quietly, should we segue to the NFL then? Because I've got a quick stat on that, actually.
Okay.
I think, I didn't save it, but I think the kicker, the Australian guy, he now has the most Super Bowl appearances by an Australian
Hell yeah.
with Dose.
2.
Not
Oh, the
bad.
boys.
Mitch
Yeah.
Wisnowski.
Whisk.
Whatever his name is. Wishnowski.
Aren't all the kickers Australian?
Not all of them.
Punters.
A lot
Punters,
of there's a decent representation of punters, especially in college. There's a lot of Aussies in college that are punters.
There was an article on one of the punters, and supposedly the one thing that let him down with AFL training was his kicking, which is such a clickbait headline. And then you open the article, and like the summary base is like, yeah, dude just didn't know how to kick short. And you're like, well, yeah, now he's playing the
Checks out.
the thing he's meant to be doing.
Yeah.
So good on him. Getting paid more than the AFL athletes too, actually. What's the average punter salary?
I've just
It's probably ridiculous.
yeah, probably a lot. It's got to be probably at least 3 or 5 million minimum.
It's 1.5,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
but like they are the second lowest paid players on average in the AFL. NFL, sorry.
Who's the lowest?
The dude that
Insane.
holds the spot kicks got to be the lowest paid player.
Well, that's usually the punter.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay.
The punter usually does the holding when they do like
Do
field
field
goals.
goals and stuff. Punting
And
is
they
the
work
is the
as a
AFL
unit.
style kick,
Yeah.
and the other kicks are
Is a kicker.
the NRL style kicks.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, different job.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't it just be the same guy?
different mechanics.
Yeah.
When you can have
When you
essentially
can have
one
55
person per role,
blokes
you're
on the
just going to do that.
sideline, you just get the one guy that's the best at it.
You got to keep in mind these are the same people
Do
that
the
have
thing.
a dude to just catch and run a ball up the field, and then they sit out
Yeah.
until the
it's-
next punt return.
They have
That's so crazy.
They have a specialised guy, the long snapper, for field goals. He's the guy that snaps the ball for field goals.
He's
That's
got to
it.
be
and
average
punts,
lowest
I
paid
guess.
player.
That's
That's got to be the low
that's
one.
it. That's all he does. He can snap the ball long distance. That's his job.
I think, that's so funny.
Oh, I just put in AFL by accident.
I'm a bit worried now, actually, that at the end of his contract, Jack Lukosius might be tempted over to the NFL. Just kick 70-yard
Oh.
punts.
He'd be good at it.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be physically active.
No.
He could do it after a full length AFL career.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, you could do it without worry of concussion too, because you're not really punting and then getting laid out.
No.
He could get laid off from the AFL because of the 3 concussion thing or whatever, and then just fuck off to the US.
Exactly. I don't even think concussions exist in the US, so...
No, they wear helmets. It fixes everything.
Yeah, exactly. Sorted. What have you
The
found?
minimum salary for a player in the NFL who's not on an active or inactive list is $430,000 if they've played for 0 years. So I
That'd be
assume that's
nice.
a draftee.
Yeah,
That's-
an undrafted person or... Yeah, I don't know.
That's bonkers. Also, this article reckons the second least paid player is the running back, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe that's not including special teams.
I mean, running backs are underpaid, generally speaking. They did have a whole thing in this last season that they're all going to hold out of contract negotiations to all collectively earn
there
more
you go.
money.
Fullback, tight end, and long snapper are always amongst the lowest positions.
Fullback makes sense because it's a position that's not really used much anymore in NFL.
As someone that's watched a lot of Friday Night Lights, fullback's a very cool position. Yeah. But I never understood the difference between that and running back. because they do the same thing, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So,
but also slightly different.
Can you explain it?
The fullback blocks more than a running back does usually, as well. So, like, you might set up with a running back and a fullback, and then you'll have the fullback just come screaming in and put a huge hit on someone who's free rushing the running back, and then that'll just open up a space. Or you get a fullback in like short yardage, just to get 3 yards or whatever it is, or near the line for a touchdown. They're usually the guys that wear those like big neck brace horse collar things, because they know they're just running into a car accident, basically.
Well, yeah, that was Taylor Kitsch's character in Friday Night Lights, and he's like my second or third favorite character in that. And as soon as you said, like laser tackle, I was like, oh yeah, no, yeah, duh, that makes a lot of sense. The man loved to.
Yeah.
So
big hits.
Yeah.
Body craves contact.
Same, but I don't go about it in that way.
All right, Super Bowl. The Kansas City Swifts won the Super Bowl in overtime. Congrats to Keelan on your big overtime bet win. Surely you had, tens of dollars on it.
I don't have any gambling accounts. I don't even have food ordering apps on my phone anymore because I can't be trusted. So,
wow, this man literally has no vices.
No, the vices exist. I'm just segregating myself from them.
You find demons constantly.
They're coming for me, dude.
Keelan's got a phone from like Coles. It's like $200. Just works.
I get ads for those.
That's it.
I get ads for those minimalist phones that like still have like your email and like your web browser and shit, but won't let you install other apps. I'm like, oh, it's a great idea. But I'm not paying for another phone because, like, how are you going to put your authenticators on a fucking piece of shit black and white phone and whatever?
But Patrick Mahomes been elevated into absolutely second best quarterback of all time. Position on the list, now also up for debate if he's the best to ever do it, given he's leading all quarterbacks in playoff rushing yards.
That's wild. I don't think you can even entertain that conversation yet.
He's a different sort of threat to Tom Brady, though.
He's a more modern threat,
and he's
definitely,
and he's on pace to beat him, given he's already got 3.
I think you have to. It's one of those things, the intergenerational comparison. I mean, they're not that intergenerational, given that there was overlap, but like the whole comparing, it's the same as Jordan and LeBron, right? I think you have to go off raw data at some point, right? Because you just can't be like, oh yeah, but this guy was more exciting. It's like saying fucking Eden Hazard was the best player ever because every time he hopped on the pitch, he was the most exciting. It's like, nah. But how many Champions Leagues did he win? So yeah, I think you have to, if Mahomes wins more big rings or whatever the fuck they win, then
he would have to win
when you can say
more. For me,
definitely becomes more of a conversation then.
Yeah, then it's perfectly at the moment. Like, even though it's only 5-3, it's like but
does Brady only have 5?
I believe so. Or is
I think
it
he's
6?
got 6.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that only strengthens the argument.
Yeah, but Mahomes also has two MVPs as well as 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, who cares?
Brady has 7 with 5 MVPs.
If there was ever a sport where the MVP award was more insignificant, it would be the NFL.
True.
Well, yeah, because Patrick Mahomes shouldn't even won MVP the other night.
The quarterback just gets him. The quarterback's the MVP. They're the guy
Pretty
that
much
does the stuff.
Pretty much. Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls, 2 league MVPs, and I assume and the 3 Super Bowl MVPs in those 3 Super Bowl wins as well in 7 years in the league.
Yeah.
And given he only played 1 game in his first year. So essentially, half of the years he's played, he's won a championship. He's pulling a LeBron. And,
Not bad.
and his first full season in the league, he won NFL MVP.
Yeah.
Dude, Travis Kelce is the same age as Gronkowski.
Yeah.
I was going to
Weird.
say, surely the
Gronk retired
team's got a little
super
bit
early.
more in them to run back, but
Yeah. Gronk was getting riddled with injuries.
Yeah, he was a big contact guy.
He looked like the Bio Man or something. Like half the time he was playing.
Kelsey did say he wanted to run it back and try and get the 3-peat, which is fair enough.
I think you kind of
have to.
You're kind of rude not
Yeah.
to, though. To be fair,
Don't leave the table when you're on a heater.
absolutely not. You keep going until you lose it all.
Playing with the house's money at that point.
Dangerous areas, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, it's 7 to 3 is not even close, is it? But I think he's now done more before Brady was his age.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's on track to be better, but
Does Brady have 7 Super Bowl wins? Holy shit.
right?
That's
He doesn't
wild.
feel like a real person.
And there was like a 10-year gap between some of them as well, I believe.
Yeah, there was very different teams when it wasn't even just like, you ran 7 in a row with the same blokes that all
Yeah. I
were
mean,
drafted the
he
same
did
year or
play
something
for
stupid.
2 decades or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably six times longer than a average NFL career for non-quarterbacks.
The real question is, can whatever their coach, Andy Reid survive another 5 years to get Mahomes his ring? Because the man looks like he's got health problems.
Possibly. He did just get a new hip as well.
Oh, that's tough.
Travis Kelce
no running up and down the sideline.
re-broke his new hip.
You run into him. It's dangerous standing on the sideline at the NFL, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
How do they even-
man is actually a human walrus, though. So
Yeah. How do they even perform that surgery on him?
What do you mean?
Go on.
You suspect he doesn't have hips because he's a walrus?
No, it's just I guess fat doesn't store around the hips too much, right?
look at
it's
him.
probably-
There's plenty there.
Yeah, they just lie him on the. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a keyhole procedure normally, I believe, these days.
Wild.
Because you go in,
I give people lap band
You go
surgery
in,
all
you
the
just like-
time. What are you getting at?
you go
It's
in and you
just- I don't
scrape
know,
the hip.
It's
Then.
wild to think about.
You scrape the hip,
It's
and then they
like
break your leg. But then they put fake leg in, and then they snap it in place, and they go, "Fucking see you later, alligator."
Have you ever tried carrying a full queen size doona? And it's just
Yeah, I've made my bed
flopping all
before.
over the place. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of what I imagine the surgery is like.
Fair enough.
It's just stuff. It's just stuff everywhere.
enough.
I'm picturing it as Black Hawk Down with the dude has they're fishing around for his artery.
Yeah.
That, but deeper, elbows into someone.
Oh.
It would have to be.
No, I think the fat kind of goes.
Yeah. Oh, anyway. I think for sure, Pat Mahomes is on track and has that potential to be really great, but it definitely just seems insulting to even compare him to Brady at this point, because it's ooh, 3. It's oh yeah, but and the MVPs and this. It's nah, dude. The other guy won 7 Super Bowls, more than any franchise. He's a guy.
That's a lot.
This is true. It's a good point. I think the 3 in 6 years is a pretty good argument. If Patrick Mahomes retired now, he'd be in the Hall of Fame next year.
Oh, absolutely.
Like-
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough comparison though. Like, yeah, Hall of Fame, but
He
best of all time.
he's definitely the second best of all time, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be like Olivia Rodrigo is pretty popular right now, and they're like, oh, congratulations, you had another good song. And then someone's like, she's almost like the Beatles. And you're like, really?
I feel like that's way too far apart in
Yeah.
comparison to Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
It was right there in front
That's like
of you.
different
The
leagues.
comparison should have been Taylor Swift, dude.
Building a narrative. I do think Taylor Swift deserves like the fame she gets, though. She's like,
No.
She
It
is
should have been Olivia Rodrigo too, Taylor Swift.
nah, that's
Taylor Swift's-
insulting.
Bro,
Taylor Swift.
you just went the Beatles. This fucking guy did. I don't like a lot of their music, but they're still that guy, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You're talking about the Beatles.
I just don't think.
the Beatles.
You don't like a lot of their music.
Not a lot.
I see.
I'd say the vast majority I don't, but they definitely have some bangers.
Was that because it was four guys just hanging out with guys all the time? Is that why you don't really like them? Or
No, I just think Yellow Submarine is so average.
I mean,
It is.
Not
It's pretty ordinary
it
music.
Certainly isn't their best song.
No, Hey Jude. Hey Jude's the one. It's got a good build. The rest of them don't really have much building action. They just kind of hang around.
I like that Elton John guy. He's the better Brit,
Does have some
in
bangers.
my opinion. He does.
You guys
He
need
has that song with Tupac.
true.
He does. He legitimately does.
True.
I can't even besides Yellow Submarine. What's another Beatles song?
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude, Strawberry Fields.
Come Together. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
They sound like ice cream.
Penny Lane.
Well, you heard fucking Strawberry, dude. And that,
What do you reckon their number one song is?
Hey Jude.
Really? I don't
Pretty
even
good.
know how it goes.
I'll give you a hint. Just say the title of the song.
I'm trying to think of one Beatles song that's good.
I feel like
I'll just
Penny
Google it.
Lane's got to be pretty big.
I'm going to their top played. Oh, it's Here Comes the Sun.
That makes sense.
Ah, okay.
That makes a lot of sense. I forgot that's them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like, I don't like it. It's a bit too wishy-washy. Happy for me. Needs a little bit more conflict.
A Hard Day is a good song, actually.
What song is that?
Yesterday is their second biggest
Oh, yeah.
on Spotify.
A Hard Day. It's been a hard day's night. I've been working like a dog.
Let It Be.
Let it
Twist and
be.
Shout.
I want to hold your hand.
Oh.
Come together.
Oh, I said that. Fuck you. Don't take my thunder. That's like top 3 for me out of theirs. I quite like that one. And it's top 3 on theirs too. It's number 3 on their Spotify.
Twist and Shout.
Nice.
I just said that too, dude. This fucking guy.
Is that their
Can't
song,
read and
or is that a
listen at the same
cover of some 20s song? I don't know.
That's the thing about
Oh, it was a cover.
Full Bar Blues. Twist and Shout.
There you go.
Who's it originally by?
Some guy called Humphrey, probably.
Phil Medley
Some
and
20
Burt
Cent man.
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
What a career. After conquering music.
But
Was he a great actor, though?
You
Yeah.
forget such hits as Mean Mr. Mustard.
They were doing so many wacky drugs. They had to be.
facts.
You Never Give Me Your Money? I can't read the full name of the title of the song because it's too long. You Never Give Me Your Money. There you go.
Strawberry Fields, full title is Strawberry Fields Forever.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild. Crazy. Are the Beatles from the 40s or the 60s?
I feel like they were a 50s throughout band.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an album or 7 in the 60s. They were pretty prolific.
Well, they were formed in
Abbey
1960.
Road was 69.
I'm thinking the issue is probably that me personally, I don't really like music before like the 70s. I'm thinking because I like rock and roll and when that all started. And once you go before the 70s, it's all a bit like everything sounds like Hey Jude. Not a huge fan.
You're like rocking and rolling and whatnot.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah, I know. And then
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool blues and stuff as well.
The king of rock and or roll.
I'm seeing some faults with the logic here, if I'm completely
Jimi
honest.
Hendrix.
Oh,
Fucking Matthew, come on.
I just say stuff.
Now, Keelan, you
don't know what-
guys should actually do Crocodile Rock. That will get the people going every time. I know you hate Elton John, but just set your personal thing aside
Don't
for a
have
second.
don't have a piano to start with.
Work it out.
Oh.
Play the fucking guitar.
Yeah.
Same difference. Get a keytar.
Well, there's
Stixie on a
literally
keytar.
I'm listening to it right now. There's piano and then keys at the start. How are you meant to?
Figure it out.
What
You're a
about-
musician.
What about
I'm a
Saturday
drummer.
Night Fighting or whatever? That song's pretty cool.
Crocodile Rock's actually a good one though.
Yeah.
I will allow that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Fuck,
Not many
someone's-
people can
gets the people
pull off
going.
12. Yeah. That's how he gets away with all his multiple farewell tours.
It's just Crocodile Rock.
Once you get everyone going, nah, they just forget about everything.
Oh, from Paris down to Turkey, we won the fucking lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Was that an Elton John song? Big Liverpool guy. All right. The news. Now for some real news. People got shot.
Some actual news. Yeah, America being America. 1 dead and 10 injured after shooting at the Super Bowl parade in Kansas City. Sick.
Why are you
Wild.
laughing?
Can't even.
Why are you laughing? It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, like
Can't even have
someone's
one
like-
good day in America.
Yeah.
It's like literally gun country down there too. Like
It's like middle
it's
America.
NRA stronghold down there. Yeah.
There was about 1 million party goers or parade goers and 600 law enforcement officers expected at the celebrations. So apparently security planning was done by the same company who planned for Buddy's 1,000th goal. Given,
That's a joke you just throw it at everything,
given
don't
that
you?
works out to be like, one cop per, 1,600 people or something stupid. Like, what do you do? What do you think's going to happen? You're in
Yeah.
America, for Christ's sake.
And statistically, they're not all good cops, right?
Exactly.
Well,
They
yeah,
couldn't
okay.
be.
Well, it's all good because the good people of Kansas City actually tackled a live gunman.
They did.
So
The only thing that can
Yeah.
stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
they didn't have.
We
a
all
gun.
know
It
this.
was
A
just
gun's-
two blokes with shoulders, dude.
A gun's just a tool that works.
Yeah.
If you think about
Guns
it.
don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah.
Well,
Do
yeah,
we
that
ban
argument,
drills?
That argument's
Toasters
fine
don't
and
toast
all.
toast. Toast, toast, toast.
I
It's
wish
true.
that's. I wish. No, it's not true. I wish that sentence actually made sense. Then it'd be so good. But no, toast is not toast. Toast.
Oh, man.
All right, you've had your fun. Move on to your fucking hockey.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I'm going to stroke off Connor McDavid another time.
Again?
Weekly occurrence. Posted a career high 6 assists and an 8-4 win over the Detroit Red Wings yesterday, I believe. He's just the third player in 25 years to do it. The last person to do
good
it
for
did it
him.
like 2 months ago.
But that's just stats though.
Yeah.
That's just a shit stat.
How's that a shit?
He's the third player in 25 years, but he's actually the 16th player in 26 years.
Well, possibly. I mean,
It was cherry picking. It's cherry picking.
he's the third player since like 2021 to do it, and then I guess there's a really big gap to make up the rest of the 25 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone did it like 2 months ago.
Oh, that's actually wild.
Yeah. But yeah, 6 assists. He, Kevin De Bruyne out there didn't need to pot one himself. 6 assists on 8 goals,
Kevin De Bruyne has been scoring and assisting a lot recently.
doing it all.
Like, hey, sorry, I started laughing because I just took the most fucked screenshot of Matthew I've ever seen in my life.
That's just rude. He's not even doing anything now.
Exactly.
come on.
You're just getting him with like real deal, legitimate candids where his face is looking bad.
Why do you think I'm smiling? Like trying to smile this whole time in the pod. It's
I
called.
don't have
It's
any
called
media
acting.
training, dude.
Neither do I.
Let me just take a drink out of this water bottle. And
Well,
Wow.
there is a legitimate
that
difference.
won't be
'cause, like,
photoshopped into anything.
We are out here drinking on it.
That water bottle
But then
looked
Matt
huge.
took a drink before and was like, "Let me just block my entire face. Hold on." I couldn't do it. There it goes.
Whose water bottle looks huge? Mine or Keelan's?
Mine's pretty
Isaac.
wide.
It's a pretty standard size.
No, I was just thinking about it, like, because
It's fucking huge. The way you're holding
yeah, and I was
the way
like,
you're
Yeah, like
holding,
Lord of the Rings.
it's a picture.
Yeah, this is.
I
I'm
was
holding
like
it
a
right
big
now. It's
guy
something.
already. That's what I mean. When you hold the can, it looks small, and then you pull up this bottle. It's like
It's enormous. Look. Flip
12
over to the
liters of
YouTube or
water.
Rumble for camera trickery.
I got distracted again. I'm trying to upload this photo of Matt.
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, hockey's happening. Conor McDavid's good, etc., etc.
When does the real hockey
Rinse
start?
and repeat. Good question. I feel like June is like playoffs.
Fuck, so far away.
Yeah. They're still like they're only just halfway through the season.
Wow.
Yeah. It's right around the same time as the NBA.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. All right.
Cricket wins again, despite the Windies being 3 for not many. They managed to post a score of 220, which proved too much for the Aussies to chase the other night in the last T20 international. I don't know. Hopefully they can string some more wins together and stay relevant. Have some closer series. I guess I might have reverse jinxed them a little bit when they were 3 for in the 20s, and then they posted a pretty good score. But Matt can attest to this. I also reverse jinxed Patrick Mahomes the other day. We had the Super Bowl on, concurrently watching it. Matt cost-effectively acquired a stream somewhere. I was watching on Foxtel, and I said to him, "Is Patrick Mahomes washed?" As they were down by 10 points or whatever it was. 35 seconds later, they scored a touchdown.
Huh.
I think he pretty much immediately after that ran, 20 yards down the middle of the field untouched. And then, went down to score a touchdown pretty rapidly afterwards and, got to overtime and won the game.
That'll do it.
So I effectively did that for the Windies the other night too.
Good on you. You're really sharing the love around, aren't you?
Yep. Just a big cricket fan, Just want cricket to win at the end of the day.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Speaking of wins, England won against India.
Ooh.
Which is actually not accurate in any way.
Moral victory again.
You're not going to believe it.
Is Win in the room with us right now?
Where on the doll did Win touch you? I've lost the tab I had open. Dude. Sports journalism at its finest. Are you ready? Think amongst yourselves briefly, but not too loudly because it'll distract me.
I see.
Yeah. Yep, you can think loudly again.
Okay.
Just keep doing that.
Sorry.
I've got to.
Matt and I were
Sorry.
deep in thought.
yeah.
You really distracted me. There we go. I found it. It's loading.
Okay.
There we go. So the article, the article reads why it feels like England are beating India 2-0 despite the 1-1 scoreline.
Interesting.
England have every faith that Joe Root's form will pick up. Ben Stokes will stay fit and they will win in India. And that's not just Bazball delusion.
No. I believe the delusion probably goes further than Bazball exclusively.
Facts.
Um,
There's a game on right now. It's not looking good for India. England. Sorry. India are currently 3 for 224 on day one in the third session.
Probably a big total coming.
Test 3 out of 5 though, so they got a fair while to go. But
Fair enough. But, you know, you don't count wins when you feel like you've won. Unfortunately for England.
yeah, I just don't think they get that message. It doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't think they understand the concept of win-loss.
No, in no way.
Maybe they're coming at it with a football in it brain, where it's essentially a win if you go into Anfield and get a point.
You get
An point. If you go in and get an point, it's a win.
Yeah.
That's their way of thinking, I guess.
It's a longer season than 5 games, though, to be fair, that one.
True.
And then you have to act, and then in football in it, you don't actually have to. You don't have to beat the other team you're trying to beat to win the league. Like, you can lose to City twice and still beat City in the league on paper. Like, that's possible. Whereas in a head-to-head 5-match series, you have to win 3 of them against that team to win the series. So,
Yeah.
tough bickies.
Yeah. Bit harder.
But in actual wins, Michael Nisa back in the test team for Australia.
Oh, nice.
Along with other fan favourites, Scotty Boland. And my request to get Matty Renshaw back in the test team has finally happened.
Oh.
Yeah, he's back.
Is there overseas tour coming up or something like that, I assume, given we're at the...
Tour of New Zealand.
Wouldn't have thought...
They haven't been great recently.
Yeah,
so.
wouldn't have thought that they would have good cricketing weather for a longer period of time than us, so I assume they're getting over there pretty rapidly.
The team news was on the 9th, so next game... they're starting with T20s in...
next week.
I just Googled Oz Cricket and there's fireworks everywhere because I guess they won the series against West Indies.
Hell yeah.
The little Google fireworks.
It was it's just egregiously
You
aggressive.
gotta celebrate your wins.
Just like chill out. The first test is the leap year test.
Ooh.
Starts on the 29th of Feb.
Here you go.
It goes for 5 days, but this year it'll only go for... normally it goes... Fuck! normally it's 4 days.
You're right, dude.
But because it's a leap year, this year it goes for 5 days. Nailed it.
Cool.
They play... it's only a 3... Oh, wow. It's a 2-test series. Boo.
Not great.
I think it's because the T20 World Cup is happening soon. By soon, I mean June. And they're going to New Zealand for 3 T20s first. So.
Okay, fair enough. So shortly. So Test cricket's not done with yet.
No.
Excellent.
But we can get keen for such T20 matches as Australia versus Oman. That should be an absolute hit out. Australia v Scotland.
Oh, man.
Namibia. Fucking hell, dude. I don't know. Surely that's like, you're posting 500 in a T20.
Where are these matches being played?
I don't know where the World Cup is. Surely if I click these group stage matches, it'll tell me. Absolutely not. Oh, Beausejour Stadium. St. Lucia. Is that
the Caribbean?
West Indies? Yeah. No wonder they popped over here. Yeah, St. Lucia is an island in that general area. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. In the United States and West Indies. Sick.
That means, US. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully that means I'll be on at a decent time.
Yeah, might be middle of the...
10 a.m.?
No, because that's like NBA start time because they play at night in hockey and basketball. So it might be like NFL afternoon slate start time. So like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for us.
Oh,
But
yeah.
But the Big Bash starts like
They
nighttime.
might play nighttime games. Good point.
Could be cool.
Especially in
I
the
don't
West
know
Indies,
what
they might have the
grounds are
stadium
like.
for it as well.
Yeah.
Like
It
they
gets
are
to
a
like 40
cricketing.
degrees in the day, so they'd love to
Yeah.
play at night.
It's a cricketing region, not the US, but West Indies. I feel like is a bit of a.
I reckon the US could be big into cricket, especially Big Bash.
They could get into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I just
don't know how
think
they love
could
baseball.
sell Big Bash to
Baseball
them.
sucks.
Fact.
Big Bash is like the better version of baseball. It's just go up to them and say, hey, do you want to watch baseball with more home runs? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all home
Yeah.
runs. Yeah. They'd go nuts for it. And just with the culture in the country and the budget, they could do some pretty wacky stuff.
Not necessarily the best logic, given the MLS.
Maybe.
That was going to be Butcher of the Week territory because they had Messi versus Ronaldo in fixture game, like in friendly fixtures. Al Nassr against Inter Miami, and both of the Yahoos were injured. Didn't play.
Oh, you hate that. Absolutely
And then-
hate that.
And then people paid like a couple grand for tickets in like Thailand or China or something for an Inter Miami game, and Messi didn't play at all either.
That should be a revised. That should be the shit list entry. Revised. 100%.
Yeah, I just couldn't find the stat, the true facts.
Fair.
Yeah, so
Fair enough.
didn't want to throw them too hard on.
They did have...
That's so brutal.
yeah, that sucks. Absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
They did have Major League Cricket start up last year in the US.
Major League Cricket.
I'm sick of their naming scheme, to be completely honest.
It doesn't not suck, I'll be honest.
It perfectly captures how arrogant they are. Like any country, any nation in the world, like, oh sure, we love cricket. Americans like Major League Cricket.
It's the World Series of cricket in the
It's
US.
ours now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they should just keep with something like really easy to follow, like the English football pyramid, where you have, the best league, which is the Premier League, and then you have the second best league, which is the Championship, and then you have the third best league, which is League One, and then you have the fourth best league, which is League Two. Like that just makes a lot of sense to me. And then, not to get too ahead of yourself, you also have Europe, where you have, second division of England is the Championship, and then you have Champions League in Europe. Like, just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect
It
sense.
would make even more sense if there was something at the top of all of them that was just called like the Super League.
Oh, this fucking guy. I saw it coming from a mile away too. Hey, it was written all over your face.
I mean, in Australia, like we probably have the opposite problem where we're too laid back. So it's like, because you can have a completely normal conversation with someone. You're like, "Oh, mate, do you like the footy?" It's like, "Yeah. I like the I like the Knights." And you're like, "Cool."
That's unfortunate.
I like Port
It's
Adelaide.
even worse when
And
someone says, "Yeah, I go for the doggies." It's like, oh fuck.
Oh, it could be
It's still
anything.
like sizing each other up.
The Broncos. He's talking about horse racing or something. It's a bit of a stretch.
You're reaching there so
This guy
hard.
knows nothing about horse racing.
Yeah, and when someone says they're a friend of the Dolphins, you don't know if they're like a marine biologist or.
That's true. Big SeaWorld membership guy.
Yeah,
I forgot they were a team, and I thought someone was fucking with me, and I was mad.
write that into your stand-up set. Just like roast yourself more instead of the Valentine's bit.
Some guy's like talking about he loves footy. He's like, oh, Broncos versus Dolphins. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I need to make more jokes that like are good, not that just I think are funny.
Man's self-aware. Give him that.
Christ.
Just
Anyway.
spitball it to me. I'll put you in your place. I'll tell you what is and isn't funny. I'm not going to lie to your face. No one benefits if people laugh along to make you feel better if they're your friends. No one benefits from fake laughter. I'm just going to tell you that that the racist jokes are bad.
It doesn't make you feel bad, right? I haven't said anything yet today.
I was going to say,
On
you
the
call it
podcast.
Parkwood Tavern. Is that not like a requirement? Football.
Football, innit?
Excellent. So, an over 35 World Cup tournament has been announced. As I've said previously, easiest sport in the world. Should be pretty easy for them to wrangle up some half-decent players over 35 because all the best players are over that age. Go on.
All the best players.
Yeah, Messi, over 35.
All the best player.
Ronaldo.
Oh, you bastard.
8-team tournament has been announced, officially called the EPG Cup. The Elite Players Group, who are the founders of the tournament.
Should be called the ECG Cup because they're going to have to be monitoring their vitals.
Howard Ericsson.
Now my camera's flickering. I deserve that.
It'll be 8-team competition featuring every side that have won the FIFA World Cup since its inception. England, Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Uruguay. Set for June 4 kickoff in England. Potentially looking at the north of England somewhere. Newcastle may be the host stadium for it.
Just one castle. I mean,
yes,
stadium.
the new one.
Sorry.
Yes,
I'll
because
leave.
it goes straight
Yep.
into like knockouts, right? Straight into quarterfinal stage.
Yeah, round of 8.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Exactly. So teams have to build their squads with exclusively players aged 35 or older that have also either received national team caps or made at least 100 top flight appearances.
All right, I'm just going to run up a quick 11.
Where are they going to find all these over 35-year-old easiest sport in the world?
There'll be 11 aside like usual, but 70 minutes long with rolling subs from 18-man squads.
Making it even easier.
They've been listening, Keelan. They're going to roll on like front lines, centre lines, defensive lines like ice hockey. Off the bench.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
They get rolling subs, 70 minutes long, matches, rolling subs from an 18-man squad.
Huh.
So they'll just send out the Ronaldinho line every so often on the power play sort of thing, and they'll be deadly.
Look, I don't want to
brutal.
worry you at all, but you do have to consider they already do like charity games with all these old folks, and they don't look nearly as good as they used to. So this could be interesting.
Do you reckon players will be given leave by their clubs to participate?
No way.
It's in June. Nothing
Well,
on.
there you go. Well, that's fine. Then. They won't need to go like that bootleg
role-playing
soccer competition and wear masks.
They'll play 3 matches total.
Yeah, there you go.
So, like, yeah, you get that done. That's like a week. That's like, literally, you get that done Monday through Saturday.
Knock it out.
Yeah. Look, I'd be interested to watch. I haven't seen anything about Optus picking this up, though. So,
I see.
cost-effective stream, perhaps.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. The England 11 could be like fucking Peter Crouch, Steven Gerrard.
Mm-hmm.
You've mentioned Frank Lampard here. Andy Cole. I feel like Jamie Carragher would want to have a crack.
Surely.
Well, you may as well put Pete Neville in too. That'd be funny, them next to each other, actually. That'd be mic them up, put them next to each other. Was Jamie Carragher left or right-handed? Before my times, he was. It doesn't say, but he's 46, so he fits the.
You know what? You could even
fits the
throw
gap.
Micah Richards out there because he is 35. Just have the panel
That'd
out
be funny.
there.
Bro, the whole Sky Sports panel could play a game, literally. Because Thierry Henry would be playing for France, for sure.
Without a doubt.
You know what? Old mate, sorry, which Neville did I say? I meant Gary Neville before, not Pete Neville. Fucking hell. Who's the Ian Wright would play, Michael Owen would play, surely. Rio Ferdinand still looks like he's in perfect shape.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have a
He'd
crack.
definitely have a crack.
Graham Souness might be a bit far gone. How old's James Milner?
Ooh.
1986. 38. Bro, James Milner is
Told you,
playing.
easy sport in the world.
Starting midfield. All right, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, James Milner.
Stevie G for sure, dude.
Yeah. Actually, nah, the
Timmy
whole...
Cahill?
Unfortunately, it's only teams who
Have you read
won a World Cup that are participating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who would you have in an over 35s Australian team? Timmy Cahill and Harry Kewell and that, and then you're like, well,
Viduka.
shit out of...
Craig Foster.
Huh? Who was the first
Mike
one?
Viduka.
Oh, yeah. So there's your forward line actually sorted.
Yeah.
You got 3.
Yeah.
Schwarzer
Yep.
in goal for sure.
One of those.
How many games did
decent
Andy
five.
play at the top flight?
Oh,
I don't reckon he played 100, did he?
no idea. You know how the History Channel does those, like, what if the
David
What if the
Beckham, dude.
what if the Japanese had, like, aliens? Could they have won World War II kind of thing? Like, do you think if Tim Cahill got to play for any other country, he could have won a World Cup?
I don't think he'd start for any other country.
Oh,
I don't know.
Keep
He
in mind
started
he
in the
played
Premier
for-
League.
He played for Everton, dude.
Yeah, but still, they're in the Prem. You know,
what
arguably a most
country would he
balanced
start
league in
for?
the world.
It's pretty good. More than just 2 teams duke it out
Yeah,
all
but, like,
season.
What country would he start for? He wouldn't. I don't think he'd fit into the Netherlands for sure in the last
You don't think?
2 decades. Absolutely
France.
not.
I was trying to think of a team that would have like a strong backline and midfield to like really give him the best opportunity for his strengths.
I mean, I don't think France is the answer given they got Olivier Giroud. They're the same dude, same play style.
Spain? Like
If-
maybe he doesn't start for Spain.
That's a
I reckon
better-
Tim
that's a
Cahill
better
starts
shout,
for Portugal.
actually.
Hands down.
Ooh.
Christian.
Yeah, there's 10 other spots on the field.
Yeah,
He's
but
just to
you're
get
not
him out,
playing him.
get him out there sort of player.
I feel like he's very central though. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, that's fine.
Like,
Put him in
I
behind
feel like you
Christian.
start him as striker or a
Yeah.
striker pair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine getting sued
So-
on one side and then your corner flag getting boxed out on the other.
You're not
been
playing him for Uruguay
for a
because
nightmare.
Uruguay's got Suarez. I think Spain might be the answer, actually, Matthew.
Seems like a good height
I think
for
Matthew
an
might be onto
Argentinian
something.
team.
I think Spain's a good shout.
Just good height for the Argentinian team. That was
Fits
nice.
the parameters.
Spain 2004 World Cup team.
And I'll
Gemma is going nuts in the background, dude. On the bed, off the bed, fucking left, right. Good night.
I want to put it out there on the record. Ange played 193 games in the National Soccer League as one club
Let's
player,
go.
which is a top flight.
That's cool.
In what position? Sorry. All right, you taking Tim Cahill or Raul?
I don't even know who that is.
I think I'd take Tim Cahill, but also low key this the Spain team is bonkers because you have Xavi and Xabi, which is just too good already. Joaquin, Puyol at CB, Casillas in goal.
Defender.
They win the 2006 World
Big Ange
Cup.
was a defender.
He was. That's
They
pretty
lost
cool.
to France. Grow up.
Man, who did France even have back then? Benzema.
They had one of the best DMs in the world. Oh, they did have Henri. That was Henri. Zinedine Zidane, dude. France are stacked. Zidane, Vieira, Henri, Makalele. Ribéry off the bench. Too good.
Just chilling. Just waiting.
So there is a 0% chance Cahill's hopping on that team.
Facts. If France turn up that deep to this tournament, they might just walk through.
Oh, bad news. Cahill's not playing for Spain either. Torres.
Yeah. I knew there had to be someone.
And
that
Torres is yoked now, dude. So he's got the physical presence. Italy would have had some people too. Germany had that bloke. What's his name? You know the guy.
What, Mesut Ozil?
They would have had Ozil at the time, though.
He's pretty
I
handy.
think.
He's only just turned 35 and retired last year, so he might feature in this tournament.
Podolski, FIFA legend. Podolski. That German team, kind of good, to be fair. Oh, man. Portugal had Figo, dude. If you're playing Figo with Cristiano Ronaldo, this is like making like a FIFA team full of fucking icons, bro. Like it's just too easy to make a really sick team. This has potential. I now see the benefit here. It won't be how it's going to turn out in my brain, but
it has potential to be very good, though.
It has a lot of potential, especially if Ronaldinho brings the balls. But we should probably dart back to present times. There was a competition that just finished. AFCON is over. So, everyone's coming back. So Ivory Coast are the winners after sandbagging so hard into the comp. They qualified from the group stage with 3 points and a goal difference of -3.
They just not turn up for the group stage matches?
I suppose so. I'm just going to quickly check to see if that was a win and a draw or 3 draws, but that's pretty average. If anything, below average.
I've been thrown the Ivory Coast coloured fireworks by Google.
Yeah, so I'm less shocked now, though. I think they played a shit game against like Equatorial Guinea or someone messed them up. What's funny is they lost to Nigeria in the group stage and then beat them in the final. Haha. Oh yeah, so they did win. They won 1 game and drew 1 game. So they won against Guinea-Bissau, which sounds like there's a lot more Guineas than I thought.
There's a few Guineas
have ever
around.
existed. There's regular Guinea, there's Guinea-Bissau, and then there's Equatorial Guinea.
Don't forget Papua New
And they're
Guinea.
all just the one. That doesn't count. It's not in Africa.
It's still a Guinea, though.
These are just the ones that actually qualified for AFCON. I assume there's some more kicking around somewhere. But yeah, so, they sandbagged so hard and then sacked their manager, came down. They came from 1-0 down to beat Mali despite going down to 10 players. And then they went into the final. They have won a few finals previously without scoring any goals in regulation or extra time. And then Frank Kessié became the first ever Ivory Coast player to score in a final, even though they had won
That's a wild
previous
stat.
AFCONs.
Did you just say that they sacked their manager partway through this competition?
Yep, I think it was either during or just after the group stage.
Ballsy move,
which is,
but
you don't hear about it.
Trying to get that new manager bounce immediately mid-competition. Bold strategy.
It paid off. It paid off. Well, to be fair, if you're doing mostly losing in the group stage, and then every game you lose from then on means you have to go home. There's not much, Yeah. They were the host nation as well, so good on them for bringing home the
Cup of Nations.
But I was trying to pick like a regional food. Oh well. Yeah, they have won before. Well, maybe they haven't won before. Oh no, sorry, they're under Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
They have won. They beat Ghana previously. They won in 2015 against. They've beat Ghana twice without scoring in a final. Fuck, that's
their
tough.
third title.
Those are the other 2 previous wins. So they've won 3 times now, finally, against someone else too. How good?
Pretty good.
That means Salah's back. But actually, legitimately, he is back in training after his injury that sent him home from AFCON and the injury that ultimately sent Egypt home from AFCON. So,
well, that's a positive. Ivory Coast used to be one of my go-to teams on FIFA.
The Drogba age?
Oh, yeah. The Drogba age.
Yeah.
Where you just pound shots in from, a third of the way out from goal. Just-
yeah, and he was rapid too.
So you'd hit one a game, and it would just be wonderful. You'd just through ball to Drogba, just hit it one time on the run, see what happened. Very entertaining. Matt, was that the team that did we use Ivory Coast to beat all the teams
We might
think
have.
we
They were a fun team.
I think when Matt and I teamed up to play every difficulty with a range of, I guess,
It might have been Brazil.
I don't remember if we switched or not. We might have done to make it easier on ourselves.
Or maybe Brazil was the challenge to win in the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, it was either Brazil or Germany.
Against Germany.
Yeah.
That's right. Ivory Coast was fun. They had Yaya Toure.
Yeah, I was just looking at their players. So
Such
that
a good team.
midfield's stacked. Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure as well. Depending on which FIFA you guys were playing on.
There was one that had both of them.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've gone too far back.
Yeah.
I went to 2006, but how old are you guys?
There was definitely
Wait, maybe it was FIFA.
No. I just picked a number, dude. Don't believe
there was
me.
definitely one that had both of them in there.
Footbin existed in FIFA 06.
Ronaldinho played for Juventus in this one.
Ronaldinho or Ronaldo?
Ronaldinho.
Oh.
Because he was my favourite player at the time, but he wasn't on Barcelona anymore. But you could play him on Juventus, I believe.
I don't know how you guys won with this team. This team's average as.
They were rapid though.
I like Drogba's 85 pace, 88 shot. This might have been one of those FIFAs where no one was really above 90 pace. Actually,
correct. They were one of the quicker teams for sure, but they also weren't a world beater. It was quite difficult playing a range of international teams, on the star rating system or whatever it was, and then also up in the difficulty to whatever the max was. It took Matt and I a long time to complete it.
It did.
To be fair, the midfield pairing of Toure and Toure is actually pretty busted.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's nice.
Pretty good.
You have two absolute destroyers in the midfield, bro. That's sick.
I think it took... We were trying it felt like weeks to beat Germany on whatever the hardest difficulty was. And we'd make one mistake in game and it would go in the back of our net and we'd lose 1-0. Or we'd score and then they'd just put 2 on us rapidly. It was ridiculous.
They'd cheat. They'd get like 97% pass accuracy every game.
Or their keeper would just get a 10 rating at the end of the game.
Neuer with the 10.
You'd managed to fashion 6 shots against him and all of them were saved. He'd be full stretch saves on all of them.
Well, that team was stacked. That's like Schweinsteiger, Ozil, Podolski, Klose, Thomas Muller, Tony Kroos.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Philip Lahm.
It was a tough one. That's why you couldn't make a mistake.
Mario Gomez. Mario Gomez is the guy I was thinking of before, and I reckon would go off in a above 35 cup. Mm-hmm. He's 38. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's why it was one mistake against them, and you're done. It was like you might as well restart. It took us weeks, and then we stopped for a bit, and then on a holiday trip, we were like, let's just see if we can do it. And first game, got it done.
Yeah.
Good effort.
Yeah.
We were pretty sick at gaming.
Pretty not bad.
Just saying.
Fucking such a shit flex, dude.
Dude,
it's not even a weird one. It's a bad flex.
It's weird getting older and just being really bad at Call of Duty. Like, terrible. But you have all these...
You kids wouldn't believe how good I was at Black Ops 2. I was unreal at that game.
I don't like that
Dude,
sentence.
You wouldn't. It's like being a peak high school athlete. No one will believe you. I could have gone pro.
I'm doing this thing where I'm peaking after high school.
That's pretty good. That's like the way it should be.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
It's all downhill.
Yeah. Get a haircut.
No.
Sorry,
No,
I just thought
maybe.
that's a fan favorite. I just thought I'd bring that back.
Dude, I have been thinking about it. It's getting pretty annoying. As of
Good. Go
lately.
get a cut.
Like, we're going to leave summer soon, so, like, may as well keep it for winter. Keeps the back of the neck warm.
Yeah. Wait till next year.
Just
No,
take the
no,
sides
like
off,
November.
and you'll fit in at the switch.
Oh, you could go such a mean mullet,
huge
dude.
mullet.
Holy shit. I'll give you $5
I'll double it.
towards
I'll match
your
Whole
mullet.
bucks.
10
Oh,
whole
wow,
dollars. And I'll
be
even
like-
pay for the haircut.
Oh, how
That's
good.
like $40 nowadays.
And you get
I
a
look
beer.
look like Isaac's favourite player. Sam Draper. Loves it.
Goal of the year. Interesting.
Ooh.
Well
Yeah,
deserved,
well deserved.
honestly.
Shut up.
He ran far enough to deserve
Dude, he's
it.
a ruckman. And he can
And he
kick
kicked a goal.
goals.
Wowee. Who would have thought?
Doesn't know how to bounce
No.
though. Speaking of bounce, you've got a little bit of news about
Yeah, big ups, Man United, knocking over powerhouse Aston Villa to let Tottenham sneak back into the top four. Love to see it. Going to need a bit of help even later on in the season. Tottenham have a bit of a soft draw coming up, so they need to stack some wins here and squirrel away some much-needed points to try and secure that fourth spot. But
they're only a point ahead of
Yeah.
Villa.
yeah, so it's definitely going to be a fight. I don't really care about Man United winning that one because they're out of it. They're not top four material.
Yeah, they're five behind.
Too far back. So if we could keep this up, that'd be great.
Villa still have Luton to play, dude.
Yeah, I think Tottenham still have Luton to play as well.
Villa's schedule doesn't look horrible for them, if I'm honest. They can find form in the next couple of games. I think they'll probably pip them a little bit over Tottenham.
Tottenham have
Whereas
Wolves, Chelsea.
Tottenham have, tough game against Wolves.
Wolves, Chelsea, Palace, Villa. That'll be the swing one. And then Fulham, Luton. Handy.
A lot of these matchups are very similar, actually.
They have a pretty similar
both
remaining
teams
schedule, I
still
think.
have to play City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Sorry.
Unfortunately, Tottenham play them 3 in a row with 5 games to go, and then they finish with Burnley, Sheffield. So those might be handy.
Strong finish. It could be an interesting final day, potentially. That being said, Tottenham, most of their tough games look like they're away days. So, not great. But supposedly everyone at Tottenham's buying in.
Yep. It was good to see
just
Son
as-
come back and do what they've been doing the opposite of all year, and actually, I think he scored or set up one in the injury time at the end of the match. So good to get one the other way.
Yeah, they've conceded the most in injury time or something. I don't think they've lost a lot out of that, though, have they? I think they've mostly drawn out of injury time goals, which is wild or something. Something weird. Something very unusual. I was just checking for if I've got any birthday Liverpool fixtures, but I don't. That's really sad.
Damn.
Son is 31 years old.
Well, Korea haven't won a World Cup, so he's not in contention anyway.
That's
But
crazy,
he's
though.
got a couple of good years in him. Maybe not in the way that Ange plays, though.
Possibly.
That might not be a problem for him, though.
And he did have to pencil in mandatory military service in that time as well.
So his knees are going to be ruined.
Has he had to do it? Or he's already... Yeah, right. I thought in some really special cases you could get like...
I'm sure he's
some
weaseled his way, out of it. He wasn't, in the trenches. He's not up at the border of North Korea.
No, but he still had to do
I
the 2
believe
years.
so.
Yeah. No, because I could be getting it wrong, but I think I heard in really special cases, like if you're as good as Son, for example, you can just get out of it.
He legitimately is a national icon. I would assume it'd be similar to getting out of jury duty.
Yeah.
Which both Aiden and Sticks have been called for jury duty recently, actually.
No way.
Yeah, it's wild.
I was called for it as well
Man.
a couple of years back.
And then what'd you say? I'm not doing this for $45 a day?
No, because I wanted to get off work because work was hectic at the time, and I got paid leave from work, so I was like, yeah, I'll rock up. I never got picked for it. Like, I only went into the courtroom once to then, go through the actual selection bit. It was just rock up, see if they needed
Right.
you.
You have to like interview for it.
No, they do like a selection where you sort of get picked out of a barrel, and then both the prosecution and the defense can veto you being on the jury based on, I guess, stereotypes,
isn't it?
yeah, and what they're trying to
Wild.
achieve.
So if you turn up dressed nicely and the dude's defending a car thief, he probably won't pick you.
Yeah, exactly.
For example.
Or like domestic violence or whatever. They'd probably be more likely to pick women and that sort of thing. Or the prosecution would be more likely to pick women.
The prosecution would 100% pick women.
Stuff like that.
Stacked jury.
Well, yeah, but that's how it works, isn't it?
There you
Wild.
go. Son was exempted from mandatory 21-month military service after leading the national team to gold medal at the Asian Games, but he still had to do a 3-week period of military training with the Marine Corps. And he was given a prize for being one of the best performers, with perhaps unsurprisingly excelling with his shooting skills.
Man,
Nice.
that'd suck to be like everyone else, and this dude just rocks up for 3 weeks. He's got a camera crew with him. He's doing like a Prince Harry, running around.
Doing interviews.
I set up like 2 segues that would have gone perfectly into this next point, like a couple of sentences ago, and don't have anything. Don't have any other segues for it. So,
Big Ange has reportedly been offered an interview by Liverpool. Like we said, you probably take the call.
yeah,
It was on Instagram. Don't know what the fact. It was some, football amalgamating page.
yeah. My Discover page on Instagram is a lot of like red tiles, breaking news, this manager. You're like, one page will be Zidane, another page will be Xabi, another page will be not Ange, actually. I haven't gotten that. I haven't got any rumours about Ange.
It certainly didn't have a link to where the report was coming from.
Oh, it's because Instagram doesn't work like with links in the description. So
I get it.
Yeah.
But it didn't really look believable. It was just like, sources close to the Australian or whatever. Yeah,
people are saying I've noted, surely not facts, and Leverkusen still do be killing the competition. Xabi to Liverpool.
Really should have put money on Leverkusen at the start of the season when I remembered that Harry Kane was going to buy Munich, and I said they're not going to win. Leverkusen will win, given it's not great odds now in comparison to what it was at the start of the year.
They're probably favourites now, right? They're 5 points ahead of Bayern.
Got to be favourites.
Bayern have lost 2 in the last 5. They've played 21 games in the Bundesliga, winning 17, drawing 4, losing 0. And they have a positive goal difference of 41.
Pretty good. Leverkusen
very
$1.40 to win now.
It's only February too.
Yeah, Bayern Munich's
Played May,
260,
right?
so that shows you the rest. The Red Bull Leipzig
Bayern
is
Munich being normally
$426 to 1.
What are they sitting on? Oh, Leipzig's 5th. Leipzig at 22 points off par though. That's such a big drop off to 5th. What am I talking about? It's classic German football, isn't it?
Liverpool versus VAR again.
Oh yeah, I've got notes.
This is an ongoing trial this season.
Premier League leaders Liverpool. Leaders because, City are fucking games behind, which shits me to tears, the way that people say that. And I'm really sorry for reading it out exactly how it was written in that case. They've been the most affected in the 23-24 campaign with 4 confirmed VAR errors against them.
You ever going to drop
So
it, or
that's tough bickies.
just going to keep carrying on?
I'm just going to keep having a whinge.
Fair enough.
But yeah, still top of the league technically. So whatever. I've got another interesting refereeing Liverpool fact.
Go on.
This is my shit stat of the week too. So you ready? Jurgen Klopp has 81 losses in his Liverpool career out of 468 games. 57 of those 81 losses have come when the referee was bald. 40 of those 57, Anthony Taylor was the referee. In essence, whenever Liverpool lose, the probability that it's Anthony Taylor being the referee is 70%.
Interesting.
I feel like it's very similar to that Lakers stat that you brought up from the... Oh, wait, no, that was my stat. The one about their free throw percentage.
Yeah.
Even though they got least drives to the basket. I feel like it's the opposite of that
Yeah, it's
stat.
absolutely the opposite of that one. Very interesting. Can you... I assume you can find out ahead of time who the referee is going to be for a match?
Yeah, there's always lots of people complaining. Fuck, the rain's coming down here now, dude. It's so loud.
It's kind of loud.
It's just going to hit bomb. But yeah, no, it's you can find out, and people on fan pages complain all the time about that kind of
Of course.
that kind of garbage. So
could use it for money making opportunities, though.
Lots of money making opportunities for your gamblingness. Just FYI, the last time the Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl, Liverpool won the league. So if you're a gambling
the
man...
world was also shut down because of COVID. not that long after.
So just lock it in. We're probably in for another pandemic.
Probably
due.
Hearing.
Yeah, due for one. And then the most annoying stat of the week, Trent Alexander-Arnold is now the highest, has provided the most assists as a defender in Premier League history.
Wow.
Because he overtook Andy Robertson, who is also currently playing for Liverpool. They're like 58 goals, 57 goals. And then the gap's like 10 or something stupid to the next one. It's like, all right, if we keep updating this record as it goes on, we're gonna be here every
let's
week.
not be silly about this.
Yeah, let's just hold out. Like, I get it. Robbo's been injured he's had a broken shoulder or something for a couple of weeks, but that might even out soon. We'll see. Bit unusual. And then just to cap off the football news, Frankie de Jong possibly to Tottenham.
Ooh.
Sources say. Sources being not the one man that we should be listening to. It's not Fabrizio. It is Goal. It's called Goal. They've reportedly given Frankie an ultimatum over his future following a reported 60 million euro bid from Tottenham. Essentially, Barcelona would like him to sign that offer, or bring an offer. Sign his current Barcelona contract. He's been offered one in November, or bring an offer to the table. Otherwise, bought him off.
Oh, interesting.
Because they obviously don't want to lose money on him by not selling him when his contract expires. I don't know when that expires because this article does a bad job. But yeah, the bid from Tottenham is pretty large at 60 mil euros, 4-year deal on the same wages. So Spenny, surely Spurs would need to be selling some people at that point to fit him in.
I mean, they've been pinching their pennies enough for years. Perhaps. Who knows?
Yeah. Frankie is one of those players that looks worth it every time he plays, to be fair. So that's why he deserves the big bucks. And then Salah's been offered 120 million to go to Saudi again or some garbage. Do the boys take it? Because he's getting old and free agency after the year after. Keep him forever. Just let him retire.
Yeah, he probably... I mean, he's not going to get paid that much anywhere else, likely, right?
And
given his aging. Not saying he's bad now, but given his aging. But Surely he's got enough money to not.
I think he's probably got
Yeah.
enough. Although, because he is Muslim, he'd probably adjust a lot, and his family is too, mind you. So I think he would adjust better to the Saudi league and lifestyle
sure.
a lot more than your example here. He would adjust better than Steven Gerrard.
Sure.
Not Steven Gerrard, fuck. But yeah, Steven Gerrard managing there, doing a bad
Jordan
job.
Henderson.
Jordan Henderson. But yeah, I reckon keep him forever. Keep him locked down. And then just a little preview for the next transfer window. Ivan Toney is definitely set to leave Brentford. They're looking to cash in on him. Like literally, their manager said, Thomas Frank said, quite obvious, Ivan Toney will be sold in the summer, given he only has a year on the contract, and they know what he's worth.
Probably a good move.
He's in the club of most in form, even though he's been out for so long. He's probably top 5 blokes around currently. Very good.
Where are they? 14th. Not doing a whole lot. Just hanging around.
I think they're okay with that.
Yeah, I think if I was Brentford, I'd be all right with that too.
Oh, excuse my yawning. Just take a page out of Matt's book.
Hell yeah, brother.
Man, that delay. It's all good. I got you good news, Matthew. I've got the flip.
Oh,
Although it might be mine.
whose flip is it anyway?
I thought it was.
I'll open the sheet.
If it's mine, one of you is going to have to share it. I can't flip my own coin. That's a bit excessive.
It's my flip.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy days. All right, cool.
Wow.
I'm going to go tails.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? You might change your mind when I flip it, so just hold on.
Tails.
Ha ha.
Damn. I lost on heads on the Super Bowl as well for the first flip. Anyway, the overtime
Tough
flip
that.
was tails.
Not
The
your
one that
week.
mattered was tails. Tough look.
Well, sucks to suck.
Tails is due next week. 2 weeks in a row.
Whose pick is it next week?
Yours.
Mine. Fuck. What will I do next week? What will I do? Oh well.
I am now
It was
19 and 12, and we're 50 and 42 as a team.
It was 25 degrees at time of flip, top of 30.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That'll do it. See you next week.
Cheerio.
Going off.